Hey guys, so it is sometimes very hard to display your origami. Sometimes it's as much as hard as actually folding it. So here are some tips on different ways to display your origami, especially origamis which cannot stand on their own. So if you have an origami that stands on its own, such as right here, we have Shuki Kato's Backtrain Camel. So this model can stand on its own if you balance it well. So on that, the best way to make it stand is just to balance it, put it there, and display it. Now next, we have models that are very, they don't have legs, such as here we have Hideo Komatsu's dolphin. So the idea I had for this is I stuck a copper wire, and then I just got a big blob of clay and stuck the copper wire into the clay. So now the dolphin is like this. Because sometimes if you use this kind of technique for making a circle with the wire, as I did for Robert Lang's Dancing Crane, this only works on light models. So this was folded with Biotope and it's rather heavy. So when I tried to make a circle over here, then the model would just flop over. So you could, on this kind of situation, you should use something stable like clay. Because to do this, I simply taped the copper wire inside the dolphin, and then got some wet clay and put the wire inside the clay. So that works out. A few other ideas for copper wiring is, as I said, using this technique, making the circle. So this works. It actually works on light models such as this one. It also worked for Satoshi Kamiya's manta ray. Just tape it to the bottom and then it'll stand. Okay, now there's this really dumb idea that I got because I just recently uploaded a video on Nguyen Hong Kwang's eagle. So this is my new version folded from Origami, but this one, it was folded from tissue foil. So I also really love the fold, but then I got this super dumb idea, and then I hot glue gunned a stick into the middle of the eagle, and I thought it would stand, but I was little back then, so yeah, that didn't work out very nicely. So now the only way to display, I just get a little pot like this and put that there. It actually does look good if you covered a wooden stick with the wing. It actually does look pretty nice. So this model, I just display it like this on the ground. I just put some weight on the tail so it looks like it's flying. So I recommend you that you do not do this. It's a very bad idea. And also, if you have a model which, like this, Shuki Kato's African elephant, if it's a model that does not want to stay flat, as you can see here, the legs spread out, right? So what I do in this kind of a situation is you can either put wire in there, but this model, it just doesn't like wire. There's no real space to put the wire, and the wire keeps coming out of these holes. So what I do in this situation is right here. I just have a pot. So what I do is I put the legs straight, and then I rest the back legs on something like this. So the model will look like it's standing, but you just can't see the back legs, because as you can see, the back legs are rested on something. So now it looks like it's straight. So that's good. And another one of my favorite techniques is the one I use for Shuki Kato's Brachiosaurus. I don't know why, but I just love Shuki Kato's models. So what I did here, this was folded from tissue foil. So I got clay again, made little areas for both the legs to go. I wish I could have connected these, but I didn't. So what I did, I got some wooden sticks. I put them into the legs, as you can see here. And then I put the sticks into the clay. So the back legs didn't need them. The back legs were nice and sturdy, but the front legs were really flimsy. So now, this is one of my favorite stands for origami. Alright. And of course, we have our insects. So, this is Satoshi Kamiya's, I think, not Dorcas curvidens. I think it's the, yeah, Lucanus mesolyph moratus. So this is Satoshi Kamiya's Lucanus mesolyph moratus. The way I display insects is I just leave them on the table. And I guess that's it. But you could also use this idea, which is like you take a frame, alright? And origami insects are mostly flat, right? So what you do, you like flatten it out as much as you can. And then you put it in like the frame that you use for paintings, and then cover the frame. Like instead of putting a painting in a frame, you put the insect in a frame, and just like put a dab of glue over here, and attach it to the paper on the back. And that could also be a good way to display it. But the reason I don't do that is because once you put it in the frame, it's literally permanently attached to the paper, and I don't want that. Last but not least, we have the box, or like stand technique. So this model, it's the, I think, Cardinal by Roman Diaz. So this model, it's supposed to stand, but I folded it out of dual thigh, and this paper just wouldn't let me stand it. So what I did is I glued the Cardinal to a little wooden block. You know, toy blocks, like my brother plays with these toy blocks. So what I did, I just painted the top of the block white, and then I glued the Cardinal on top of it. So this is another great idea. You could just glue it on top, and it looks very majestic. Alright, thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was very helpful.